calendars, you're probably wondering, how are we going to assemble this? How are we going to display it? So we want it on our desktop. So we want it to be, it must look real pretty and basically liven up your creative space. I did a calendar a few years ago using some cardboard strips or cardboard and creating a calendar almost like this one. It's got the triangular base, which looks like the ones you get in the shop. And that's very nice to put on your desktop. So I was thinking I should maybe do an updated version on how to do that specific calendar. So what I've got here is, Target has these beautiful file folders. I love them. They're full of patterns and stuff, and they're not expensive. About $6 for a pack of 10 if I'm correct, but don't quote me on that, but it's about that price. And they've got different patterns and everything. I decided to go with a red one because there's lots of red with the flowers and stuff in this calendar. So what I did, I cut the file folder at 5.5 inches, so it's 5.5 inches wide, and I kept the original size. And what I'm going to do is I want to score it, okay, but it's too thick to score 2 layers, so you have to lift up the 1 layer, and then I want to score it at 7.5 inches. Okay, so there's the first line, so it's 7.5. Just get that line nice and straight. Okay, that makes it easier to score the other one. Fold it. So there you go. There you've got a nice triangular base already. That will work perfectly for your calendar. Now, I don't know about you, but I've got a lot of post-bound albums, and because of that I have a lot of post-bound inserts, because generally your album comes with the small ones like that. So most of them I've basically upgraded and made bigger and inserted one of these post-bound, whatever you call them. So I've got these extra, and I mean, I kept them. I thought, well, I should be able to use it for something. And while I was sitting here today trying to think of attachments, because in my previous tutorial I had book rings, well, why don't I try this? And it actually worked great. So here is what I did. I took my file folder and I measured it, and I knew, and I looked at the calendar pages where I wanted it to be. So that's the pack of calendars that I want to insert. I want there to be a nice border all around. I'd like it to be a little bit more at the top than at the bottom, so just going by my eye, it's where I wanted it. Okay, so that would be at 3/4 of an inch, and then at 4 3/4 would be the next one. Okay, and then it would be 5/8. So it's 5/8 in. Okay, so I'm just gonna draw a line. Just a soft line, so I've got something to work on. So the first dot or hole is going to be at 3/4 of an inch, and the second one is going to be at 4 3/4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 3/4. So that one, I should stay on the line, shouldn't I? 4 3/4. Okay, so that's perfect. Now using your crocodile, punch through those holes or the marks. And there you go. So it's almost ready. Now for the base, I haven't glued the base yet, but for the base, I don't want it to be too thin, because then it won't be very stable on your desktop. So I want it to be a bit wider. So the measurements I have, I cut out a piece of cardstock. It's 5.5 inches wide and 2 3/4 tall. So I'm just going to glue that together. Take this away. I'm using glossy accents. It's a glue that dries actually very quickly, and it's really a great glue. I mean, I'm not one who likes liquid glue. Give me what do you call it? Adhesive tape runners. I'd be happy with that any day. But this is really good. Okay, so now you want to line that one up, the edges. And just press it down softly or firmly. Same with this one. Okay. You can see that. Okay, and then you're just going to let it dry. Okay, so that's basically how it's going to look. Okay, and there's your holes over there. It's very easy. You can make 2 out of 1 file folder, so it's also economical in the end if you work it out. Okay, then just show you how this. For your calendar itself, now you have to punch in holes. So this works like a little screw that you screw in and out. Now the dimensions I used for this is, I'm going to, that was 4/8 of an inch. Oh sorry, no, excuse me, that's 3/8 of an inch in, and then at 1/2 an inch here, and then at 4.5 inches here. I would do the little dots and make a hole with your crocodile. And then place your pages, insert these. I've punched it right through so it goes in on the back. So if you change out your months, you can just pop them in the back, so they're always there. And then you just twist and turn and screw in post inserts, I think they're called. And there you go. Very easy and very quickly, so you can mass produce this one. As long as you've got the dimensions and everything ready and your pages are printed out, I think it would take you about 5 minutes max to get it all together. Okay, so let me just even them out. That's how it looks from the top. So you've got a nice fancy calendar. You can, if you want to, on the inside, because you can see the cuts there, you can just place a nice piece of cardstock or something there if you want to hide it, you know, just like that. But I mean, it's not necessary. And there you go, you've got something nice for your desk, and you did it like 1, 2, 3, so easy.